Hi, everybody. Craig here. Welcome to episode 34 of my 1 versus 3 versus 3 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against two separate teams of 3 Emperor AI per team, and I'm playing as the Halfling Dreadnought, Welby the Tinkerer. In our last episode, we started to really rally our troops against our final remaining opponent, that being Xorn the Disciplined, the Orc Warlord. You can see here that Xorn has the city of Anthoria, which is pretty heavily guarded, although I think we're bringing more to bear than he's got sort of defending it. As you can see, smattering of Manticore Riders and then a few other kind of decent units. But if you look at what we've got coming to bear, we've got Pimpton with his stack here of very, very strong units. And then we've got tons of machine units here moving in. Lots of kind of miscellaneous cannons and whatnot. So I think we're going to be able to take this city, hopefully without too much difficulty. But that remains to be seen. So in this episode, we're going to try and, again, bring the fight to Xorn and see how much damage we can inflict. But before we get into the action, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those is from Civ5 Addict. Civ5 Addict had a comment in relation to previously I had mentioned that something I was considering in a future playthrough series, potentially in my upcoming series after this one is complete here, is that I might try having an AI ally on my team who would be probably set to maybe like night difficulty. And what Civ5 Addict is pointing out here is that a few things about the ally specifically. So they're not really going to be of any help to me because, of course, they're going to be not as good as my AI opponents, and they're kind of going to do their own thing. So they're probably not really going to benefit me in any way. They might actually hinder me, as they're going to probably end up stealing some of the independent cities that I end up scouting or coming in contact with, because they're going to be competing for getting them as vassals just like I am. And since I'm going to probably be playing, if I'm going to do this in my next series, I'm going to probably be playing as a good character, since I'll be using Keeper of the Peace. That's probably going to mean that I'm going to be directly competing with my AI ally for vassalization of nearby cities. So they might actually steal some of them away. And then in addition, they spawn near me, which means that they could sort of take up valuable real estate that might otherwise be independent or neutral cities or dwellings, resource, things like that. So they're going to probably end up being almost more of a hindrance to me. But something that I was kind of thinking is that's actually maybe not such a bad thing, because it would sort of add another element of challenge where I could even impose a self-imposed kind of thing where I have to keep my AI companion alive. I have to keep them alive. I can't let my opponents take my AI friend out. So that could be like another kind of, I have to win with a sort of like a handicap, and it could make for some kind of interesting dynamics, I think. But let me know what you guys think about that. So just some thoughts that I had, and I really do appreciate Civ5 Addict pointing out kind of those sort of pitfalls of having an AI ally. The next comment's here from Insert Username. Insert pointed out that a Rogue Keeper of the Peace is a really good combo. And in particular, also adding Explorer onto that as a specialization kind of is a good natural fit. Insert did point out, though, that since I'll be playing probably a Goblin Rogue in my next series, that Goblin might end up making me a little bit too Blight focused, so focused on Blight damage. But something I thought of is that might just be more incentive for me then, especially since I'm playing a good character, to make friends with some of the other races and try to get cities from multiple races to kind of offset my reliance on Blight damage. So a really good point there from Insert. Insert also pointed out, and this is a little bit embarrassing, but in the previous episode I did make a couple of kind of questionable decisions when it came to my management of my cannons and reloading and things like that. I think I was just kind of rusty and hadn't recorded for a little while, so I ended up making some kind of foolish decisions with choosing kind of when to reload my cannons. But again, just kind of my bad there. I made a couple of little blunders. Thankfully, nothing of any real consequence happened as a result. So good points there from Insert. And then a comment here from Samuel Otash. Samuel actually asked if I had played Age of Wonders 2 and actually the first Age of Wonders. I'll just mention quickly. So when I was a kid, I was probably maybe 10 or 11 years old, I actually played Age of Wonders 2. That was my introduction to the Age of Wonders franchise. And I remember just absolutely loving the game, but finding it extremely difficult because, of course, I was a kid and I wasn't as versed in strategy games. And I just found it to be quite difficult. But that was my first and only other real experience leading up to Age of Wonders 3 and then more recently Age of Wonders Planetfall, which I'm still working on kind of learning and getting better at. And I hope to feature Planetfall on the channel in the near future as well. But Samuel asked if I would consider sort of maybe featuring Age of Wonders 2 or even the first Age of Wonders, which, as I said, I haven't played. Those are great ideas from Samuel, and I don't know if that'll be something I'm going to do in the immediate future, but that's definitely something to kind of add to my to-do list. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Would you be interested in seeing me play other Age of Wonders titles besides Age of Wonders 3? And, again, as I mentioned, I'm planning to play Planetfall. But would you like to see 1 and 2 and Shadow Magic as well? So let me know what you guys think about that. So we're going to dive in, though. Big thank you to everybody for the comments. And let's get to it, because I am just itching to really bring the fight to Xorn. I'm tired of him existing. I think he needs to die. So we were right at the end of our turn, and we had some spell casting to do. We have almost all of our casting points. So let's see if maybe we can do something that would benefit us here. We have mana fuel cells. So now I think we kind of already did a bit of a survey of our cities, but here's a good example of Biriad, which could actually benefit from it. So we will throw on mana fuel cells right there. And you know what? We could actually, while we're here, we could do a transform to fire node on this one here. Not that that's really going to make much of an impact for us, as it's going to give us a little bit more knowledge income and some additional mana, but like, is that really even worth at this point? That's debatable. So that is something I could do. Let me see if there's anything else I can spend my casting points on in the meantime here. So Mabeland will be ours in 1 turn, so I think we will actually throw on mana fuel cells just because it is going to be in our control very soon. We already have it here on Thor's Bud. Just panning around to see where else I could maybe... How about here? Manthros is still 3 turns away. Again, I'm going to maybe put it on any cities that'll be ours in 1 turn. There we go. Onyx Relic will do that there. So we'll put mana fuel cells on. And that way we're just going to have that production bonus once the city becomes ours. We don't have to worry about it. It's kind of just all set up for us and ready to go. I think that's about it. Yeah, 2 turns for Halls, so we can wait on that one. All right, so now we've still got 120 casting points, so let's try and put those to good use. I suppose maybe I should check. I don't think I did any work here in the Shadow Realm. Let me just double check if I have any new cities. Yeah, this one's still 3 turns away. And this is a dwelling, so that's not going to be viable. We have it already on Yargan here. And all the rest of our cities were already set up, I think. Yeah, and this is still 3 turns away for Vinstar, so... Yeah, we're in good shape there. We don't need to use any more of it, so... Instead, let's see if there's anything else we can do. One thing I would like to really try and do here is to do some scouting. In particular, I want to... So we're going to throw down a spy drone here. I would like to try to find a way underground, because I'm almost certain that that is where the throne of my opponent is located, as he is an orc. Now, I'm not 100% sure of that, but I'm reasonably confident that his throne is underground. So I want to just do as much scouting as I can to kind of see what I can find. Again, I'm going to zoom out here for a second. So you can see this up-down arrow. That's telling me that's a shadow gate. But the cave entrances also look like that. So every now and again here as I'm scouting, I'm going to zoom out and kind of look around to see if I can find any cave entrances, because sometimes they're a little bit tricky to see. And I find zooming out is a good way to kind of get your eyes on them easily. So there's 1 spy drone. Maybe I'll throw up a second just so I have 1 more. Yeah, you can kind of go north perhaps. Yeah, there we go. That way we can kind of do a bit more scouting. Now we have 60 left, so what else do we have? We could just do a couple more spy drones. We could do our fire node here. Spelljammer. I think we'll do the fire node. Again, kind of silly at this point, but I mean, hey, it's a little extra knowledge. You know, if we can pump that over 800, that might actually be pretty solid for us. So now we have Galendil and his little kind of troop moving in as well. I would like to get them involved so they can help out in this battle, but I don't want them getting too far in and then getting attacked by all these units kind of on their own. So regarding what to summon next, I guess we will just do... I guess we'll just leave it because we're already at 0, so it's fine. And I don't think we really had anything else that we needed to take care of here. All of our join offers we're just going to ignore. The quest here from Tankin we're going to ignore as well. Yeah, I think we're just going to flip the turn over. So now let's see what Xorn decides to do here. I'm guessing he's just going to stay defending his city, but we'll find out. Looks like he's shuffling his troops around a little bit. A little bit more. Oh, looks like we have a domain invasion here. Let's see. That is at Chrysalon. I'm not sure where that is. I think that might be in the Shadow Realm, but I'm going to have to double check. That may have also been in the dwelling. There was a dwelling in the Shadow Realm in which he had a unit. Oh, no, that's right here. Okay, so he's trying to come take my city from me. Right here. Yeah, so this is Chrysalon here. So I'm going to need to put a few units on there to try to dissuade him from taking it from me. Yeah, that unit was over here before, and now it's moving over to try to take that city from me. All right, well, we'll deal with this after. We just have to remember... Actually, maybe I should deal with it now. You know what? Let's summon a Hellhound. And that way, at least we've got something. We can also maybe put a spy drone or something as well. But there, at least we have something guarding the city now. Okay, let's see. We have a proposal from Have Boar. Let's see what that's about. Okay, they'd like to just make peace with us. Absolutely, sure, I will accept that. And then let me know if you want to talk later. Maybe we'll get another vassal out of the deal. That would be pretty decent. And we'll just keep kind of scouting underground here. We got a proposal as well from the town of Dolsmere. They want to open their borders and have a peace treaty as well. I will happily accept that as well here, so... There's one more, and again, same thing. Let me know if you want to talk. We've gotten better at governing dwarves. That's not so bad. So we could either do our military upgrade for the Axemen and Deep Guard, gaining +2 melee strength, or we could do all gold mines located in domains of dwarven cities generate extra gold. Since we really aren't using any dwarven tier 1 units at this point in the game, I think we'll just do the economic upgrade. All right, let's see. So we've had a level up here for Welby. That's kind of nice. Yeah, nothing too exciting for him here. I think there might have been I might have had something I was going to do with him when I leveled him up. I don't exactly remember. But at this point, there really isn't much that I can do. I suppose we could grab Cure Disease, perhaps, but that's not really going to be a big deal because we got mostly machine units, but what the heck, let's take it. And then yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else that's like absolutely necessary for him. I mean, I guess we could grab tunneling. He's not going to probably be going underground, but there we go. Okay, so now that Welby's in the Shadow Realm here, we can start clearing out some of these structures. So let's do that. We'll move in here. We'll just do this one in auto combat. Very nice. That's great. Some extra knowledge income there. That's always good. And then regarding where to send him next, this wizard tower is already cleared out, so we don't have to worry about that. But we could probably come clear out this Forgotten Throne, which would be pretty exciting. So let's try that on for size here. So we'll head over and take care of that with Welby. Now, we've had a bunch of items show up. Let's see what those are. So we have a crossbow here for ONS. We've had, some melee weapons here. This Slither Chris has arrived. That's a little bit better than what ONS had. We can sell that off. For a previous weapon, that is. Okay, Entangling Vines here. That's good. We had some boots arrive for Retromoria. Equip those. That's good. A little bit extra defense. Not the greatest boots in the world, but hey, they're still decent. And when this shield arrives next turn, I can finally replace Retromoria's standard buckler here, which will be good. What else? We did have a shield arrive for Leo, and you can see he's already got it equipped, which is great. Pretty decent, strong item there with +1 defense, +1 resistance. Nothing wrong with that. The Chris has arrived. Oh, we did have Pyromancer's Tinderbox here for Holly. So that gives her Immolating Touch, which, I mean, hey, it's just something else for her, I guess. Fishing Spear. That's probably worth selling, I would say, with War Master. Now, we do have this staff that has arrived. That's an absolute monster of a melee weapon. So we're going to give that to War Master and then sell off the Sundering Warhammer. So just to reiterate what this does, it gives you Call Lightning, gives you +1 melee strength and +3 shock melee strength, and then Stunning Touch as well. That is pretty solid. Okay, one more item here, and that's just, that's the Tempest Staff of Air Mastery. The War Master is now very, very powerful. Let's see. Lots of joint offers again. We're going to kind of ignore those. A couple of cities have been absorbed, and then we've done some production. So for now, we're just going to continue kind of directing our units here. Suppose we could do this battle while we're here. Might not be worth it, though, so I'm just going to kind of ignore it, I think. We'll grab that treasure, though. And then I think what we'll do is we'll head in this way. You know what? We could even go and try and raid that lost city or something like that if we really wanted. Meanwhile, with Holly, I think we want to just keep on moving here. Keep progressing through this area. Unfortunately, we can't quite make it to the Hasteberries, which is a shame. We could go and clear out this inn and then get into the water, but I think it'd be better to just, kind of try and get over here as quick as we can. I really just want to bring Holly kind of over as fast as possible in this direction, so I think that's what we're going to do. And we do have this cave entrance here. You know what? That might actually be worth it, because that's kind of right in the area where we kind of maybe want to be. So, you know what? Let's actually send Holly down there now that I see it. You know what? We can even... Oh, this spy drone can't quite make it. I was going to say we could go and see what's there, but not quite, eh? Well, instead, maybe we go and check this out. So let's see what's kind of down this way. Alright, nothing too exciting. Alright, so now we can actually attack Xorn, and he's got some pretty decent defenses. He's got 2, 4, 5 Manticore Riders, and then he's got at least, 4 or 5 Griffin Riders, Phalanx units, so he's pretty well defended, but I think if we bring all our units kind of into the fight, we'll be okay. Now, the only issue is that we might not be able to get everybody involved here. Let's see now. Elendil can make it all the way down there, so that's really good. Alright, so let's try and kind of arrange ourselves, perhaps, in a bit of a... So we want to have maybe one here, one here, one here, and one like that, in a kind of a 4-unit little umbrella. The only issue is that I don't think we can get all our units up there, unfortunately, to this one. So maybe we'll have to use this mountain instead. Can Galendil make it? Yeah, so Galendil can get to that mountain. So if we go here, here, here... Ooh, but we'd also have to go there. Let's see, can we make it to that mountain? No, we can't. Oof. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get all of our units into this battle. That's a little bit tricky. All right, well, let's think about who we want. We can kind of sort our units a little bit better here. I mean, ideally, we want as many of our machines as possible getting in there and doing work. So this stack is pretty limited in how far it can go. This one, kind of same story. So probably one here, there. Then yeah, it's just a shame we can't quite get up to that mountain. Now, I guess what I could do is leave these 3 units behind because I believe it's their movement that's limiting me. Yeah, I could do that, and then perhaps maybe I can send... Nope, not quite. They're not going to get there either. Huh. What about maybe my... Okay, yeah, they could get there. That would actually... Okay, that would be decent. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. It's a shame leaving the slither and whatnot, but maybe they can join in with one of these other stacks here. Okay, so we're gonna send Pimpton up like this. There he goes. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 of these Griffin Riders, actually maybe even 3 of them, and send them over to join in with Pimpton. Like this. Okay. And then now we want... So now we want to put our other units kind of here, here, and here. So in those 3 hexes to form like a net around this unit. So now let's see. So we want this one. Fortunately, they're not going to be able to really be involved. So it's going to come down to these units. These Draconian Chargers, it would be better to have these units in the battle because they're just so much stronger. So let's go like that. And then we'll send 1, 2, 3. Be good to have the engineer with that stack, so. You know what? Maybe we'll move this little guy over 1. There we go. So then what we'll do is we'll send these 4 up to join this group. And then what we'll do is we'll send this group like that. Very nice. And then I think we can get down there no problem. So we'll go like this and like this. And then one of these units can, the one with the experience, I guess, can go up and join Galendale. So I think we've got ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4 full stacks of units. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick save just so that if this whole thing blows up, we're going to call this just 33.5. Just because this is a fairly major battle and I don't want any funny business to happen if the game were to crash or anything like that. So we'll save it quick. And then I think we're going to go for it. This is an exciting battle that I've been kind of waiting to happen. I've been excited for it to happen. Looks like there's some other Manticore Riders up north as well. So there might be a tunnel maybe up here somewhere. That would be maybe good for my scout to actually... You know what? Let's maybe do that real quick while I'm talking about it here. So far I'm not really seeing anything, but... Okay, so he's got himself another city up there. All right. So we'll have to go check that out. But let's do this battle. I don't want to get too distracted. All right, so who do we want to engage the battle with? Maybe our flyer here. So that should pull all 4 of my... Yeah, there we go. So we've got 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stack, 4 stack against his, 2 and a bit of stacks there. So we're going to do it manually. It's saying closely matched, but I think we've got a bit of an advantage. We have to remember, though, there is a Flowrock Citadel that's going to be repairing the walls, and there's also the Prismatic Spire that's going to be blasting us. So let's get her done here. Now, the only thing also is that, of course, Xorn is probably going to go nuts with his spell casting, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a mass curse. All right. Now, the question is, do I want to try to maybe get rid of this? Let's see. What does it cost? We've got a 50% chance of success. It's only going to cost me 20 casting points. So you know what? Yeah, let's give it a shot. All right, it failed, but we can try it again next turn. All right, so how do we want to approach this? Well, I think I want my units to just kind of hang back, and I want to just blast. I want to do some blasting with my cannons here, if at all possible. So we'll do that. And we'll move our unit over so we can get up there with our cannon. Yeah, there's another shot here. There, and I think that wall is toast. Yeah, I took out the initiate, so it must be. So that's excellent. And then this cannon can step up as well. Okay, now our units that can repair, can reload here. We've got an engineer that can do that. So obviously we want to get the engineer involved. I will reload the gold cannon here. There we go. Very nice. And now with our cannons over here, we can kind of do the same sort of thing. Fortunately, this builder has repair machine, which is going to be really useful in this battle. I'm actually going to move them over because this cannon is in rough shape. So what I'd like to do is repair that cannon when I can. Now, let's see. What kind of range do we have here? Again, I want to just kind of start putting the hurt on his units a bit. There we go. And then the adventurer here can just kind of move in a bit. There we go. I think everybody else is more or less just going to kind of chill where they are. We can move a few of our units up maybe a little bit. Again, I don't want to move up too much because I'm expecting that they're going to maybe come out at me eventually here. So I suppose I don't really want my units grouped up too much. Oh, and I forgot, Galendil does have repair as well. I gave him that item, so maybe I'll get him actually over to the machine so he can help out kind of maintaining them. The Feathered Serpent here. I don't really want my units grouped up necessarily because that Prismatic Spire will kind of blast me a bit. So, I mean, they're going to be grouped up a little, but we'll at least spread them out a touch here just so that they're not quite so packed in like sardines here. They're still kind of grouped up, but you know what? We're just going to go with it. Now, let's see if they decide to come out at me here. Doesn't look like it. He hit me with a Disintegrate. I'll have to look at what unit it was that got hit with that. Might have been... I think he actually wasted it on the Adventurer, which is hilarious because, I mean, the Adventurer is like the least... You know, the least dangerous... Well, maybe not the least dangerous, but one of the least dangerous units that I have here. So, kind of hilarious that he would waste it on that. We're going to try and get rid of this Mass Curse once again here. 75% chance this time. Holy cow, and it failed again. Wow. I seem to have really terrible odds when it comes to removing spells like that. That's just not something that I... RNGesus doesn't favor me in that one, that's for sure. Okay. We're going to come in here and we're going to do another repair on this cannon. Excellent. And now we can... You know what? We could reload this cannon and then it could shoot this turn. That wouldn't be such a bad idea. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Meanwhile, this cannon is just going to need to reload here. There we go. So now this cannon, again, is in really good shape to do some big damage here. Of course, we're going to have to deal with the wall again, acting as an obstructing penalty, but if we do enough damage, we might be able to remove the wall entirely, but we'll have to get a high roll this time. Oh, not quite. That's a bit of a shame. Meanwhile, I think for the rest of my units, I'm just going to kind of leave them where they are, maybe back up slightly, just so I'm not taking as much heat from the ranged units, but I think we're pretty good there. I'm just checking if there's anybody else that can kind of do anything machine-related here. I don't think so. One thing I will do is I'll throw a Bestow Iron, or I'll use Bestow Iron Heart on my flyer with Pimpton here, just so that he's buffed up a little bit. And yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. Maybe I'll... You know what, I might as well use the heal because it regenerates over time there, so... Or I should say it's not a one-time use, it has a cooldown, so... That's kind of nice. Alright, let's end the turn there, and we'll see what they do. I suspect they're going to start coming out at me eventually, but maybe not. There they go. I was kind of expecting it, but... Alright, unfortunately, only one of my cannons is going to be able to shoot this turn, I think, because I don't have a reload with anybody else. I just have the one engineer. But over here, we have not one, but two flame tanks who can do some, hopefully, fairly devastating damage here. Let's see. I think if we back up one, we might be able to hit multiple here. Let's see, all three. Oh, yeah. Big damage there. That's fantastic. And then step on up, and we go right here, maybe? Oh, yeah. Same story. That is excellent. Fantastic, big damage. This cannon here, fortunately, I don't think any of these units are really in a nice line for me. These two kind of are, but I don't know if I can get that angle to be able to hit them like that. Yeah, these two aren't really... It's a bit of a shame. I mean, again, if I go over here, I don't think I can hit... You know what? Let's try it. Oh, yeah, not quite the right angle. Oh, I can do this, though. That's great. Okay. Ooh, there's some fairly major damage. That's excellent. And then, you know what? We can step up like this. Get the kill there. No problem at all. And then we can actually do a pretty decent amount of damage here with our little pikemen. I mean, they got absolutely obliterated, and they're stunned now, but... They did their job, that's for sure. Alright, so now we've got three Manticore Riders to deal with, a couple of Griffin Riders. So yeah, we've got our work cut out for us, that's for sure. But I think we're in good shape. So now the question is what to do. So maybe we'll start over here. One thing we could try to do is Entangling Touch this Griffin Rider. Maybe not the worst plan. Otherwise, we could just blast him with some actually fairly decent damage. You know, we step up one. That's not terrible. And we've got the Stormbows here who actually put quite a hurt on him, so let's maybe do that. There we go. Not quite in range, eh? Okay, we'll do that. There we go, that's decent. Ooh, nice damage here from the Charger, actually. Yeah, I think maybe we'll just hit him with damage so that we're not putting our Shaman in as much risk. And then what we'll do is we'll charge in with our Charger, appropriately named. And then we'll do the same over here with our Griffin Rider. Excellent. All right, now if we end up losing a couple Griffin Riders, it's really not the end of the world. All right, so now how do we want to make use of our cannons? Okay, let's just double check here. Oh, and we need to reload both of them, that's right. The thing I'm a little bit afraid of is these Manticore Riders, because they have kind of pretty good mobility. They can get in and kind of hit any of us, any of my units. The good thing, too, is that the Feathered Serpent and a few other units... you know what? I should have got rid of this curse, too. Let's see if I can get rid of it this time. 88% chance. There we go, finally. All right, good. Yeah, our flyer is going to be able to go in and basically go toe-to-toe with one of these Manticore Riders if need be. Pimpton would probably be good to just get him back. We don't really want any of our heroes getting in any real trouble. Okay, I'm just thinking about it here. So everything over here is pretty much moved already. Do still have this Griffin Rider, of course. And it would be really good to take out this Manticore Rider, that's for sure. So let's maybe do that. Excellent. Meanwhile, the Feathered Serpent's probably going to charge in this way and deal with these two, along with some backup here from a few of the other units in the vicinity. We need to decide what to do with all these other units. So we do have our cannon here. I don't think we're going to be able to get an angle that we can blast multiples. So instead, maybe we just kind of put some work in on one of our targets here. Let's see, can we back up and still... Yeah, there we go. We'll hit them like this. There we go. There's some pretty hefty damage. I think we'll just do the same with this cannon here. And then what we'll do is we'll use our engineer to reload it. And then we'll blast again. Very nice. With this cannon, we're just going to retreat back. Reload. Use our builder to put a heal on there. And we'll use Galendil to put a heal over here. Or I should say a repair, not a heal. Alright, so our Stormbows have already acted. Our Shaman has acted. Our Griffin Rider's in rough shape. Probably going to get killed by Priest or something. Either that or the Phalanx is going to come in and stab him to death. But we've got these ones that need to be dealt with. So let's... I want to get Pimpton out of there, that's for sure. Really don't want him getting into the mix too much. So I think what I'll maybe do is I will buff up one of our Griffin Riders and just kind of send him in to muck with Griffin Rider a little bit. And then, you know what, we could probably, between the Feathered Serpent attack there, very good, and then this, I can probably get the kill. Yeah, excellent, there we go. And then we'll move over like that. Meanwhile, so our Feathered Serpent's probably going to die, but of course it does have Resurgence since it's part of Pimpton's stack. Maybe we'll just fly up and shoot him here. A little bit of damage. The Slither can kind of move up as well, as can our Sun Guard here. Alright, now let's see what happens. Alright, our Griffin Riders are getting shredded pretty good. Ooh, and there goes our Feathered Serpent. Ouch! That cannon just got absolutely annihilated there. Thankfully, it's still alive. And I think we'll be able to bail it out. Alright, so this Griffin Rider's causing me some problems. So let's see if we can fix that here with some Shadow Bolts, maybe. Oh yeah, that's pretty good damage. There we go. Big damage there. We've got an opportunity here to go for an Entangle, actually, which is pretty decent with the Shaman. That might be worth doing. Let's try it. Oh, that's amazing. We got it there. That's huge. So now we can do some big damage while it's flanked. That's really good. Our flyer here. We either go in and attack the Priest. We can go after the Phalanx unit here. Yeah, kind of decisions. I think we'll use our Slither and our Griffin Rider and our Pikeman here to go after the Manticore Rider. So what we'll do is we'll go in like this with our Pikeman. Do a nice big flank shot there. That was really good. Then we can do the same with our Slither, actually, with Backstab. That's pretty solid. Nice. Alright, so now we've got Cannon Shot here we can use. Might even be good to just blast this. Oh, and it's too bad that they're not quite in close enough to be able to hit both. You know what? Let's do a bit of work there. We can step back and get the kill. Perfect. These cannons both need a reload, so let's do that. Reload there. You know what we can do is we can use this one. We can step up. Probably like that. And then shoot the Manticore Rider here. And then fly in and flank, get the kill. That was excellent. Alright, so now let's deal with this one over here as well while we're at it. Very nice. Cannon can kind of step off, and then we should be able to just get the kill with our flame tanks here. There's one. There's two. Perfect. We'll reload our cannon. Okay. Let's see. What else can we do here? So, unfortunately, our cannons have kind of done their thing. Do another repair on our cannon. Yeah, the scariest unit that's left is probably the Magical Rider, but he's entangled, so I don't have to really worry about him too much. You know what? Let's jump up and attack the priest maybe rather than worrying about the phalanx unit. Kind of tie up that priest a little bit. Meanwhile, the builder can just do another heal here. Very nice. And you know what? Our charger can get up there and blast this mounted archer with a nice flank attack here. Very good. Ouch. All right, well, now it's mostly just cleanup, I think, because we've kind of done most of the work here, so we can get our pikemen in there to attack that priest a little bit. It's pretty good. And then, yeah, we've got, now this phalanx needs to die, that's for sure. We, of course, want to kill off the Magical Rider before it's able to sort of revive itself. Let's go over here. Or not revive itself, but get out of the entanglement, I should say. You know what? We're going to blast the Magical Rider with this, I think. There we go. Oh, unfortunately, that was kind of a low damage roll. Our engineer is almost dead. That's not so good. Do a nourishing meal on him to keep him alive. And then what we want to do, I think, is repair, or excuse me, reload one of our cannons here to help out. So we'll step on up like this, reload, and now we should be able to, let's see, can we get the kill? Not quite. We could at least really put the hurt on this phalanx unit, though. Hang on, maybe before we do that, let's see what kind of damage are we going to do over here. Yeah, not quite enough for the kill. So you know what? I would rather, I think, get the kill on the Magical Rider while he's still entangled. There we go. And then we can probably get the finish here like this. Perfect. And then we can turn this unit around for some actually fairly substantial damage. Step off with the Stormbow and do some work. Also hit him for some fairly substantial damage here as well. Probably get the kill between the two. Ooh, not quite. Yeah, I think that's kind of all the units in the area that are able to do anything. You know, this is a good opportunity for a fireball here, I think. So I don't think there's anybody else that can really assist in that area. So yeah, let's, you know what, let's just use the fireball. That way we save our Stormbow, hopefully. There we go. Alright, what else do we have going on? So we got our flyer in here who's going to kill off the priest. Then keep moving over to deal with the other priest. This Griffin Rider can maybe step on into the wall here and do a little bit of work. Gonna have to be careful because we're going to be getting blasted by arrows here from that mounted archer. Meanwhile, this cannon can shoot. Let's see, can we hit him? Yes, we can. There we go. And our little adventurer can move in as well. Now, this cannon, let's see. We want to just probably reload him. The Slither can advance into the castle along with the Sun Guard here. Now, our builder, kind of at a point where we don't really need the healing, so we'll just do this. Alright, let's see what happens. Oof, yeah, our Griffin Rider really taking some hits, but he's okay. Alright, now our flyer can get over here and put the hurt on these pesky priests. Boy, they're tough. Again, that flyer does have resurgence, so if he ends up dying, it's not the end of the world for me. It's just going to be a little bit more annoying to have to get the kill then, if he does go down. Oh, and he's immune. I was going to say, why can't my shaman blast him? But of course he's immune to the damage. I'll get my Stormos involved a little bit more. Alright, now let's see. Can I blast him? I can with some fire damage here. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Reload the cannon. And we'll do the same thing right here. There, the gates are open now. You know what? I'm actually going to put sprint on this little guy and have him step up so he can do a bit of work. Perfect. And you know what? I think we can step in and get the kill here, no problem. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Galendil, we didn't even use Galendil's spells at all, but already got a nourishing meal on the engineer, so they're in good shape. So it's pretty much just this priest, I think, that's left. So we'll just step up our cannons here. Yeah, this cannon can shoot, but he hit the flyer as well, which is kind of not so good. So we'll hold off on that. Meanwhile, the pikemen can get in the castle, as can the Naga. Our engineer, I guess I should have maybe used him to reload, but he can kind of just spread out a bit from the others, so he's not getting blasted by... And we'll do a heal on this cannon. It could kind of use it. And then Galendil, I suppose we could do a heal, or we could throw a spell. I guess we'll just drop a heal on the... There we go. Okay. A little bit of damage, but nothing we can't survive. Now, can we do a heal or anything like that? Nope, that's on cooldown. Any of our machines need a little bit more maintenance. I think they're in pretty good shape. Our cannon over here is kind of in rough condition, but I don't think we can make it over to him in time to... No. That's alright, though. So now, let's just kind of get the finish here if we can. We can bring our Sun Guard over and just get the flank shot. There we go. Alright, fantastic. So we did lose a Charger and two... Oh, excuse me. We lost 2 Chargers, 1 Griffin Rider here. And that's really all we lost. Everything else, we just killed Xorn stuff. So, pretty happy with the overall outcome there. And of course, we now own the city, which is really good. So... Let's see, we'll grab it. Excellent. Now we kind of got to regroup our stack here a little bit. You know what? Yeah, we'll step back onto the mountain there just so that we're in a stack with these Griffin Riders here. Our machine stacks are, yeah, they're pretty much good to go. I just don't want to leave anybody kind of hanging if they're going to get maybe attacked by some of Xorn's other units here. I think we're okay. I don't think he's going to try and be too aggressive on me now. Although we'll see. I mean, he might try and swoop in and grab the city from me. In which case, I do have Pimpton's stack, although they're in really bad shape. Yeah, no one else can really get in there that easily. I mean, I suppose Galendil sort of can. Yeah, maybe we'll just do that so that at least we've got somebody. There we go. Okay. City awaits its fate. Let's absorb it. I think that's going to be kind of the wise choice there. Alright. Anything else? Just lots of production, so we'll sort all that out. But, yeah, that was really the big battle that I was kind of hoping to really put the hurt on Xorn and see what See what his response to that kind of is. Ooh, it looks like we got a watchtower here that I can maybe just grab. Ooh, that's great. Yeah, that's helping with vision range for sure. And I wonder if this city is defended at all. Oh, it is. Okay. I was going to say, if it isn't, I could just swoop in and try and take it. But it is guarded, so I can't just mosey on in there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he has up here, what kind of city that is. You know what? We will throw a spy drone as well. Just so that we've got 2 things on the city. So if he does try to attack me, I've at least got a bit of protection. Alright, now let's look at all our production. So Fula Zaire has produced a builder. That's great. You know what? Let's make a hatchling just to watch the city. And then we can send these units on up maybe in the near future here. They could head up and try to... Oh, and did I end up in a situation where I constructed a builder without a Master's Guild? Did I have that problem again? Maybe I do have a Master's Guild here. Let me double check. Oh, I do. Okay, so that's great. So this builder should have... Yeah, repair machine. Okay, perfect. Didn't want to make that mistake twice in the same game. Alright, over to Racklin here. Racklin made another flame tank. I'm thinking we want to probably just send our units kind of north here. We've got everybody else sort of going that way. There we go. Now we've got an engineer in this stack, which is excellent. This dwelling is basically neutral to us. Sure, we'll pay you a little bit to sign the peace treaty. Then maybe they'll want some help from us or something like that. These units are moving in as well. Maybe we do this. Now this one's in pretty rough shape. It is a gold medal, however. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3 flame tanks and 2 cannons. Maybe we take one of the flame tanks away. Put one more cannon. We swap in the lightning cannon. And then the flame tank we'll have to figure out what to do with. Suppose we could do this battle, maybe. Get a little bit of experience here. I will do it manually just in case, because I don't want anything weird happening. It is going to be a little bit tough against Draconians just because of their fire resistance. And then, of course, with Dragon Ancestry, that just makes that even worse. Alright, we're going to do this. Oh, big damage there. That's excellent. And then same exact thing here. Very nice. And then maybe one more just for good measure. Perfect. What we're going to do then is we're going to reload one of our cannons, and I think we'll reload our lightning cannon right here. Meanwhile, our flame tanks can kind of just get themselves in decent position. Thankfully, our flame tanks are kind of able to tank the damage a little bit, so that's quite helpful. Now, one thing I guess I could do is use them to turn this charger around, which would probably be good. There we go, and now that's going to free me up to basically just run off like this. And then I can blast the crap out of this charger. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the engineer, because I'm going to be kind of careful here. I'm going to take the engineer and reload this lightning cannon. And I'm going to use this lightning cannon to attack the raptor. And then I'm going to put my cannon right here to protect the engineer from firebolts a little bit. But then I'm going to kind of 1v1 this raptor a little bit, I think. Now, which would do more? Yeah, the ram would do a lot more damage. Unfortunately, the engineer might get killed here, which would be kind of a shame. Could do this. Oh, there's no flank. I forgot about that. I was thinking that there was a flank benefit there, but there isn't. So I suspect the raptor's going to come down and attack my engineers. Oh, okay, going after the flame tank. That's actually totally fine. Okay, so now we really need to kill off this raptor. That is for sure. Let's do that. And then we've got one cannon shot here, so we do this. Let's try and kill this one, maybe. Oh, not quite, eh? Really close. And 100% fire protection means we're not going to be able to get the kill with our flame-throwing attack, so... What we can do, though, is we can move our engineer over like this, reload, and then get the kill like that, and then we can ram them there. Meanwhile, this lightning cannon, we can just kind of retreat back into the corner, reload, and call it a day. Okay, no problems there. We're still in good shape, so we can get the ram here, and then the ram over here. Very nice. Okay, so that got us a little bit of experience there. Level up for our cannon. Unfortunately, we did take quite a bit of damage, but... Animator staff, raise corpse, that's not so bad. Mesmerizing necklace. You know what, though? It's a weapon item. I don't really want to have to go through the trouble to equip that, so I think I'm just going to sell it for gold. You know what, that's what I might just start using some of these stacks for, is just to kind of farm extra resources for me, basically. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. All right. Now, of course, we do still have his stack up here in this Archon dwelling, which I'd kind of contemplated using this stack to attack, but I just don't think we're quite powerful enough for that. Maybe instead we'll go mess with this dragon dwelling down here. Looks like there's nobody even on it, so I don't know what that's about. Alright, well, let's see. Can we just take it? Yeah, there we go. Undefended. I'm going to release it as a vassal. Alright, well, I mean, hey, that was pretty easy. And I think we'll just tell these ones to chill out now that they've kind of done that. Grab this watchtower. Oh, there is a shadow gate up there, so we can at least take a look at where that's going to take us. Oh, not quite. I was going to say if we could just get there, but... and we did have Quandria moving in to reinforce up here, so we can actually capture this city. So what we'll do is we'll bring in our other stack and just kind of engage the battle here. I think we could probably do this one in auto combat and hopefully not lose anybody. Yeah, okay, no problem there. We got it done. And then now we're going to just absorb this city. There we go. So now we're really doing well in the Shadow Realm. We're starting to kind of have some traction. We're claiming lots of cities. With Quandria out of the way, and now on our side, actually, it's everything's kind of falling into place a bit. We'll just keep these two stacks together and basically use them as like a shock trooper, a shock force in the Shadow Realm. Now, as for this, I think we're just going to ignore it for now. We really don't have the units in the area who are going to be able to do enough to it. We'll go scouting up this way, I guess. We could grab this watchtower to have some extra vision. That would be good. Yargan has another flamer, I should say. Now let's maybe start working on just improving Yargan a little bit. Just trying to think what would be maybe best. Let's do a shrine, and then we could get some Draconian Elders once we have the temple. What else? Ripura has produced an engineer. The engineer can go up to join what's going on up there. Umbra Weaver Charioteer. That can go join this stack. There we go. We can make another one too while we're at it. Assiet has produced an engineer. That's great. Engineer can go along with this flame tank. Okay, we got lots of troops heading into the Shadow Gate here to move in to assist. Kind of move up this direction. Ooh, and we have a Juggernaut here in Hard Thistle. That's our second Juggernaut, so that's quite exciting. I think we're going to send this Juggernaut just kind of straight north. And we'll bring a friend along with him, too. We don't really need 2 units guarding the city, after all. Not at this point. Yeah, we'll just kind of head straight that way. Ooh, and I suppose I could have grabbed this, these haste berries, but that's all right. I mean, we took out a couple of trees there, it looks like. That's all right. Another Juggernaut. Sure, why not? What else here? Let's see. Builder's Hall in Valok. That's good. Maybe next a Siege Workshop or... Yeah, I think that we'll just do that next. Be nice to keep above 1,000 so we get that extra benefit of having all that extra gold. The morale boost, that is. And it looks like here we did get a level up with Galendil, so let's do that for him. Galendil's now level 8. We'll do Spirit of the Land. Yeah, and that's going to do it for that level up. Alright. No problem there. Let's see if there's anything else to do. As for what to research next, I mean, holy cow, we've got some choices. If we could get just a, I mean, I guess we could do invention here. That wouldn't be the worst idea, and just get more casting points. Really, that's, you know, just gonna help us more and more. So, yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. And then, yeah, we'll do some production stuff here. We'll do our new cities. Mabeland is going to need... Let's see, what do we already have? Got a war hall. We've got a couple of structures we could sell. Got a siege workshop. Maybe a master's guild. Oh, yeah, now we're dropping below that. You know what? I'm going to spend gold. Why not? I've got the money. I might as well spend it. We'll develop these cities down here. We'll do an observatory. Try and grab this ancient ruin in our domain. This builder was just kind of moving over to do a little bit of exploring, kind of. Maybe try and put up a little fort somewhere to have more benefit out of that. All right, production. A lot of these cities, we're just going to do merchandise, I think. Rackling. We'll do another lightning cannon. We've kind of done a couple flame tanks now, I think. Flame tank can head over here, I guess. Rip your... Maybe another engineer. Actually, you know what? We'll do a storm priest. Crim. I think we're just going to do merchandise here. Yet for now, we'll just do merchandise. We got plenty of units produced there. Bebjun, same thing. Merchandise. Fahas. Merchandise. Some of our human cities here. Nurm, we're going to do merchandise. Sassistan, same story. Light Vale. Now we have Everkin over here. This is our dwarven city. We can actually produce Firstborn there, which is pretty cool. Just unfortunate kind of the location. It's not really somewhere that's going to be of much benefit to me. Just, it's so far away. Oh, you know what, though? We will do an Enchanted Armory here. And then we can make some really good armored units, which is pretty exciting. Again, they're kind of out of the way, but that's still cool. Kurzu. It's good to have Kurzu back in our control. Again, that was a development a little while ago, but it is nice to have that back on our side. Fairfields. Let's do Thor's Bud as well. Get Bir Neth. This was the former throne city, I believe, of Awen Ness, if I'm not mistaken. We've got some units here. I can't remember exactly what my plan was. Oh yeah, go and kind of join with Awen Ness, of course. And we wanted her to kind of head up this way. Biriad over here, we might actually maybe produce something just so that we're... maybe another Stormbow here. Again, we just want a few units to kind of guard the city since it is kind of on the front lines of battle here. And these guys are just going to keep on moving this way. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we want to send Holly through that tunnel, but these units could go. I think what we'll do instead, though, is we'll actually head them in, and maybe we can grab this Frostling city. That would be pretty cool. Maybe this unit can kind of assist as well. There we go. More machines down here. I wonder what our odds are in this battle. Is it going to say we're at a disadvantage? Let's see. Closely matched. Let's roll the dice here. Ooh, and we lost a cannon, but we almost lost a lot of units, but we got it done. I didn't really want to do that one manually. I just kind of wanted to get it done, so... releases a vassal. It's a Fey dwelling. There we go. Yeah, that one I probably shouldn't have done in auto combat, but just for kind of ease, it is nice to just do that. We have some knights here that we were kind of grouping up. Don't remember what my plan with these knights really was, or if I even really had one. The priest is there to heal them, basically. Let's move in and take care of that battle. Ooh, we took some damage, so maybe we'll kind of chill out for a little bit here. Oh, look at this. Okay, can we just capture it? Not quite, but next turn we can. We have units that we're moving north. Again, we just want to get them kind of involved here as much as possible. Some additional units here. Again, we were working on maybe clearing out this Castle of the Lich King, which would be kind of exciting. Builder, we're going to throw down a structure. I think right here, like this. That's going to give us access to that Heart of the Blight, which is going to be useful. Yeah, this tank is moving up as well. And then we have a Juggernaut here who's moving in to join the party. Again, we're going to try and take this Castle of the Lich King. We've got 3 flame tanks, 4 flame tanks, a cannon, and the Juggernaut. So hopefully that's enough to kind of do the job for us there. And we got some mana there. Let's see, what else can we see? Nothing too crazy. This stack was moving up to kind of do a bit of work up here. We can actually probably clear out this structure with that. That little army there will do that job, I think, no problem. These ones here, I think, will start kind of moving up as well. Yeah, okay, so that is still a vassal of... Yeah, vassal of Xorn. So we want to see if maybe we can put the hurt on it as much as possible. We've already kind of done some work. I remember when we sent one of our stacks through there, we killed off some of the dragons, but I'm sure there are still more to go, so probably be a good thing to see if we can eliminate that. I'm actually going to send this stack back through, and the reason is I want to take out this gold mine, and then I can build a structure here to maybe take advantage of some of these things. Alternatively, maybe it would be wise to let this city grow and get over here, but this little ferry is just scouting additional areas down here. We do have the way up to the surface right there. A little bit of digging here as well. Just some more money. Very nice. This stack can guard the city. This tank can just chill out, basically. This army. What was I doing with this army? I was thinking about maybe trying out this Sphinx Temple, but I don't know if that's really a fight I want to try out. So I think we'll avoid that for now. All right, so that's it for our turn. And I am going to flip this over because I want to see Xorn's reaction. Otherwise, I was going to maybe end the episode right there. But I do kind of want to see what Xorn does. And I'll start summoning a spy drone here for next turn. All right, so let's see what his reaction is to this. I'm kind of curious. You know, is he going to start trying to attack? Is he going to... I'm very curious as to what he's going to do. Also, I'm really wondering, like, what is this up here? Is this going to be, you know, just another kind of miscellaneous city? Or is this going to be something a little more substantial? Again, my gut instinct is that he's underground. Oh, and look at this. Oh, there's Xorn himself. And he's undead for some reason. That's hilarious. I don't know why he's undead, but there he is. So Xorn has made an appearance. He's moving in. He wants to attack Biriad, it looks like. So we're going to try and reinforce Biriad ASAP here. He's got Manticore Riders moving in, and he's also got himself, who, again, hilarious that he's undead. He must have had maybe like a, I don't know, a Necromancer hero or something. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, and I'm coming under attack, so I'll do this manually to try to save some of these units from getting killed. Okay, so the lightning cannons are going to be ineffective against the air elemental, but they should do some work on the earth elemental and the fire elemental. Yeah. All right, so that's the only thing we got to remember. We're just gonna have to watch out for those things. We have our engineer, so we can reload cannons as necessary. Let's see what. Oh yeah, we can basically just get the kill here, which is great. All right, we will have to step up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right, that takes care of that. So now we've got a regular cannon here who can maybe do something. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Decent damage. I think I'm going to reload this cannon. And then I will move my flame tank over like that. And let's see what they do. Now, we have to remember the phase, because the air elemental does have phase. But should be able to just kind of, yeah, do this. Very nice. And then, now, what's the fire resistance of the earth elemental like? 100%. Okay, so we're not going to be able to use our flame tanks on them, that's for sure. But we can do that. Oh, look at that damage. That's pretty gross. And then we can actually reload the other cannon to get a second shot. Preferably without anything in the way. Yeah, there we go. Whew. That was excellent. And then one step back, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Killed off those units and we didn't lose anybody. Okay, looks like we've had a few domain invasions, though, so we'll have to take a look at what that is. Ooh, losing a spy drone. That's kind of unfortunate. We'll just auto-combat that, let that die. But again, that's just the units that own that city, so nothing to worry about there. Okay, so it looks like he's kind of trying to attack Biriad here, which is sort of interesting. Again, he's got units up there. Fortunately, oh, you know what? I can actually get up there to fight them. And since he's just got 2 Manticore Riders, that would probably be a good idea. I mean, again, my units aren't in great shape, but that would probably be a decent idea. What's our proposal here? Town of Dioscana, which has actually got a hero in it, it looks like. Open borders. Yeah, we'll accept that. And then let me know when you want to talk. I know I said I was going to end the episode, but there's a little bit of exciting stuff to deal with. We're getting better at governing frostlings here. We're not going to be using harpoon throwers, so let's just do the economic upgrade where the barracks are going to give additional happiness. Let's jump back up to the surface, and maybe we can deal with Xorn a little more before we call it quits for this episode. Ooh, he's got some orc war breeds coming out of there. That's a little bit scary. Oh my gosh, this is his throne. Okay, well, there we go. So I thought it was going to be underground, but no, it's right here. Well, that's perfect. So I can send Welby up this way. Like this. And then use one of these units to engage the battle. Now, I might want to reinforce him, though, because that is a little bit spicy. Ooh, and I don't think I really can. No one else is really going to be able to make it up there, unfortunately. Yeah, even our... Yeah, no one's going to be able to reinforce him. So, Welby's going to be on his own. We might have to use some spells or something if things get hairy. But I think we'll be fine. So let's engage this battle. Yeah, I expect to be hit with some spells, that's for sure. Speak of the devil, there was one. Okay. One thing that I might do is just kind of buff up my units a little bit here for this fight. The flyer, it would be great to just buff up the flyer because he's really been our kind of stalwart unit in this game. So I think what we'll do is we'll send Pimpton over here, move our flyer back, drop a big heal. There we go. Do the exact same thing with the Feathered Serpent. Fantastic. And then move right back up to the front. We'll keep this Griffin Rider back, kind of out of the way. This one's in sort of rough shape, so same story. And like that. Alright, now let's see what happens here. Ooh, another Disintegrate attempted there. Basically trying to just kind of one-shot the unit there with magic attack. So now we've got the opportunity to do some flanked shots here, which is really good. So, because this one isn't in defense mode, so we actually should be able to turn him around and kind of put some work on him. Now the question is, what kind of damage does our pistol do? Not a ton. So I was going to say, it might be worth turning him and then really trying to give it to him. I think what we'll do is we'll go like this. Oh, nice. We got a critical. That was huge. And then hopefully this will be enough for the kill. I want to just kind of make sure. You know, we'll put a Bestow Iron Heart on the Feathered Serpent. And let's see. Oh, not quite. I was hoping that would get the kill because then we'd have another attack with the Flyer. But we can get the kill with the Feathered Serpent. And then we can tie up the Magical Rider here with our Griffin Rider, who's going to die, but in doing so, we'll kind of limit the mobility here of this Magical Rider as a result. We'll fly over and do a gunshot. There we go. Okay, tried the Dispel, and of course it failed. Thank goodness. My units are beat up, so I have to be kind of careful here. I don't want them all to just like start dying as I go into fight, but I think if we do this, yeah, there's one big attack. Flyer's in rough condition. Now let's just do this. There we go. There's another one. He almost can't attack anymore. So now if we hit him, there's some. Give him a little more. Excellent. Okay. So that won us the battle. And of course, thanks to our Divine Justicars, everybody came back. So that kind of limits now. He's not as big a threat to Biriad because, of course, had those Magical Riders joined in with Xorn, who, again, I think it's absolutely hilarious that he's undead. Let's see. So, yeah, he's a ghoul. So he got ghoulified probably by... Maybe he has a... Oh, geez, like, I wonder if he drank from a well or what he did. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why he's a ghoul, but I think that's absolutely hilarious because that doesn't really benefit him since he's not a necromancer. He's a warlord. Anyway, that's hilarious. But yeah, the AI must have made a kind of funny decision there. In any case, so we'll try and kill him off, because if we can kill Xorn and then grab his throne city hopefully fairly soon after, I mean, the game's over at that point. So that's what we're going to try for. Meanwhile, we want to leave a force to kind of defend the city here. So that'll be that's a good defending force there, I think. And then everybody else we're going to send this way. We want to get up in there, so let's do that. Now let's figure out what's the fastest way. Unfortunately, it's going to have to kind of be through this mountain range. It's kind of not the greatest way to go. We'll just kind of line everybody up, I guess, and start sending them up that way. The spy drone I was originally summoning to continue looking for his throne, but I may not need to do that. Well, okay, I think at this point that's a good place to leave the episode. Went a little longer than I was planning, but I think that was worth it. We'll deal with the items and everything in the next one. So, yeah, now we've really got a grasp on this. We know exactly where his throne city is. Again, I'm a little surprised. I was actually expecting it to be underground, but yeah, really, we can kind of zone in and maybe finish this one in the next episode, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think that's totally reasonable. So we're going to save it. We're going to call this one episode 34. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.